So how often do you find yourself going away by yourself to be away from people? Not in a healthy way like Jesus getting away to pray, but just in a selfish way to not be with people. Today's spiritual discipline that I'd love to talk about is community. We need only to follow Jesus and his stories to understand the significance of community. Let's be honest, if Jesus can hang with sinners like you and me being who he was, we can certainly do so as well. Can you imagine how frustrated you would be if you were Jesus, never sinning and seeing all those around you doing so on a daily basis, then still hanging out with them? We live in a world that's more connected than ever, and yet the longing for true community is as strong as it's ever been. There's an interesting thought nestled in the second account of creation in Genesis 2. In the big picture perspective of creation in Genesis 1, the author puts a regular refrain into the daily record of what God has done. We're told that God saw that it was good. The landmass was good, the new habitats and the ecosystems were good, the constellations, the sun and the moon were good, the birds, the fish, and the animals were all declared good. Then finally, to sum it up, we're told that God saw all that he made and it was very good. That's Genesis 1:31. So it should grab our attention when the author mentions the one not good thing in creation. We read in Genesis 2 that it's not good for humans to be alone. Everything else was good, fitting, ready for service, and able to fulfill its purpose. But creation was incomplete because Adam was living as an isolated individual without human connection. Creation wasn't finished until this absence of community was addressed. So I think of the importance of community in my life. It's because of community that I'm here at Fellowship Church. It was a gentleman in my previous gym life community that invited me here. I think of the community of my lifelong friends where one of them shared the gospel with me and I went on to accept Jesus into my life. Yes, God can do either of these by himself, but he uses community. Think of the best spiritual decisions you've ever made, and I wonder how many of them were instigated by God's hand-chosen community around you. If community wasn't important, why would we even exist? God doesn't need us, but we need him and we need his people. I have the benefits of seeing community work at its very best here at FC. I see so many relationships built here. Even some marriages started here. Pastor Andy and his wife met here a long time ago. But solid lifetime friendships that reap the benefits immediately. It's beautiful. Moms there for other moms. Men's united in an effort to be their very best version of a godly man. Groups of men and women praying during the week for each other. Groups meeting outside of these walls, not just on Sundays. People knowing, especially post-pandemic, the need for people, for community. So introvert or extrovert, homebody or social butterfly, people person or not so people person, all come to realize we were not made to do life alone. I love what it says in Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. It says that two people are better than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other person can reach out and help, but someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm, but how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. Think of the hardest moments of your life. I imagine those moments you tried to get through on your own seemed far worse when you were doing it alone. See, I think of loss in my life, health concerns and stresses in my life, and I think of how I got through them because of people like you listening to this. If you go to any church and feel as if you don't get anything out of it, think of what you can put into it as a community, a church family. See, the spiritual discipline of community, being intentional on being here on Sundays, being here in groups, serving together, and taking a chance in developing friendships is vital. Healthy community living can help you combat not so healthy community living. Let's face it, sometimes we're stuck in atmospheres, jobs, family that just may increase stress and angst. But our community of believers increase hope, love, and peace. So the challenge today is to find your community. And if you're already in one, really be in it.